Ted, why did AEG Live call Debbie Rowe? What were they hoping for in her testimony?
Well, they want her to establish their narrative, and that is that Michael Jackson was abusing drugs for decades, but nobody knew about it except for very inner circle. His family didn't know, and AEG absolutely didn't know when they hired him to do this concert tour. Now, we didn't know what to expect from Debbie Rowe because she was thought of as maybe almost a combative witness. She didn't want to be here, but 45 minutes in, boy, oh boy, she is delivering a lot of information about Michael Jackson and his drug use. We had to just break for lunch, but she talked about first establishing a relationship with Jackson and then went through after the Pepsi incident. Remember when he burned his hair in that accident during a Pepsi commercial? She said after that, that's when the pain meds started in, and she said there were competing doctors going after each other, trying to basically impress Michael Jackson with how they could control pain. She said that his tolerance was so low and his fear of pain was so high that these doctors would compete and they were like vultures. She at one point said these idiots were going back and forth competing with each other. She broke down in tears a few times. We've gotten to the point just before he went on tour in Europe, and this is what AEG wants to come out. We'll get it back after the lunch break. They want her to talk about how he was using Diprivan or propofol to rest during this concert tour. Again, establishing that he was a drug addict for decades, but only a few people knew about it.
Okay, Ted, roll up. There goes the car alarm. So I will ask you a second question.
Very annoying.
I was waiting for that. Nice job, by the way. Quickly, just because we really rarely see her, we know she has this relationship with Paris Jackson. How did she seem? How did she appear?
She appeared very confident, sitting down in the chair and taking all the questions, telling a few jokes, and then she broke down in tears, like immediately talking about these doctors and the way that they were prescribing drugs to Michael. I'll tell you, she was all over the place, but very compelling. I'm sure this jury is going to be remembering everything she says because they were locked in. She was very compelling, and we'll get more after the lunch break in about 9.